Mrs. Cord?
She's waiting inside.
Thank you, Miss Harris. Hello, Betty.
Mr. Harrington?
Well, what can I do for you?
Well, Mr. Peyton wants...
I thought I made myself clear about dealing with Mr. Peyton through you, Betty.
You did, Mr. Harrington,
What,
but
he sent you again anyway?
Just to pick up something for his night reading.
Like the reports on my daily operations.
Yes.
You tell him, please, that those reports do not leave this office without a written request. And don't bother to bring back his reply. He can put that in writing, too, or talk to me himself.
Mr. Harrington,
Nothing personal against you, Betty. It's just that I have no intention of establishing a pattern of dealing through an intermediary.
Mr. Harrington, I know how you feel, but Mr. Peyton is on the grounds, and he asked me to stop by and pick up the reports just this one time.
This one time.
Getting caught between the two of you is like getting caught in a riptide.
Maybe you should have tested the surf more carefully before you jumped in.
I'll tell Mr. Peyton what you said. Goodbye.
Oh, Betty. There's no need to put you on the spot like this. I'll have it out with Mr. Peyton myself. Miss Harris, would you give me the reports on the daily operations, please, for the past 2 weeks?
Oh, I believe they're in your desk, Mr. Harrington.
Oh, of course. Step back inside with me, Betty. Strange the way things happen sometimes, isn't it, Betty? I mean, you being caught in the middle like this. Perhaps if you hadn't married Stephen.
Mr. Harrington, things don't just happen. People make them happen.
Yes, I suppose you're right. You and Stephen have certainly made a lot of things happen for yourselves lately. How do you like your new, what shall I call it? Station at night?
It's very stimulating. Mr. Peyton has a very active mind.
He's a mental gymnast. If you can match wits with him, you can match wits with anyone.
Fortunately, I've never been in the position of having to compete with him.
You will someday. He thrives on competition. He demands it of everyone around him. Well, I'm keeping you.
Thank you, Mr. Harrington.
Oh, Betty, would you deliver a message for me?
Of course.
Tell Mr. Peyton I find it impossible to keep up with the daily reports without having a more direct contact with his Boston attorneys.
I think he's one step ahead of you. He had Mr. Kennerly fly in last night.
Kennerly?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's good. I didn't know. Did he bring anything for me to review?
I don't know. Stephen probably has whatever it was he brought with him.
Must have been quite important for William Kennerly to fly. I think the one thing he fears more than Martin Peyton's bankruptcy is getting on an airplane.
I have no idea what it's about, Mr. Harrington.
How long was he here?
Just long enough to deliver whatever it was he brought with him.
Flew right back.
I think so.
Well, I expect I'll be seeing Stephen about it shortly. And I hope we see each other under more pleasant conditions next time, Betty.
Yes, I hope so. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Memo 424. Subject, Peyton Estate. William Kennerly made a quick flight from Boston yesterday to see Martin Peyton. He stayed a very brief time. Long enough to deliver a message or perhaps witness the signing of an important document. Miss Harris?
Yes, Mr. Harrington.
Pull all my papers on the Peyton Estate and bring them to me immediately.
Do you want the financial folder, too?
Everything, at once.
Yes, sir.
Martin Peyton's prime rib, huh?
Hello, Rachel. Houses like this, you always ring the bell. Okay?
Okay. I just didn't want to bother anybody.
Well, you wanted somebody to answer the door, didn't you? Well, this is an awfully big house, Rachel.
Is Mr. Peyton here?
He's upstairs getting a little sack time. Good for the old ticker. Come on in and make yourself at home.
Where's my puppy?
Oh, he can wait. Got a couple of questions I want to ask you first.
If you get that on the rug, it won't come out, you know.
He can get another rug? Have you ever been here before? Rodney never brought you here? Well, that's strange. He brought Sandy here. I thought he brought all of his girls here when he wanted to try to impress them.
I'm not one of his girls.
You're not? Well, whose are you then?
Nobody's.
Well, what do you know about that? Maybe you can go out with me then.
You're married, aren't you?
As married as a guy can be to Sandy, and that's not very married. If she can go out with Rodney, I don't see any reason why you can't go out with me.
Can I have my puppy now?
May I please have my puppy?
Look, how did you get him anyhow?
By not asking any questions. Know what I mean? You want something bad enough, you just take it. No questions asked.
I don't know what you're talking about, and I'm beginning to wonder if you really have him.
Wait a minute. Rachel, follow me. Nice hair, Rachel.
I brought you $10.
For what?
The reward.
Keep it.
Oh, no, I want to repay you.
Well, maybe we'll find some other way, Rachel.
What do you mean?
Maybe you'll go out on a date with me.
Maybe.
Right now, Rachel. Right now.
Excuse me.
Can I give you a lift home, Rachel?
No, thanks.
Hey, listen, sweetheart. I'll be around pretty soon to collect that reward. Nosy girls are ugly girls, Betty.
Preview from the continuing story of Peyton Place.
In his house, he cracks the whip and you jump.
Like you?
Yes, like me.
Maybe it takes someone just a little bit stronger than you are.
You may not survive to fight my will. You have disinherited my sons, haven't you? Answer me.
You stay away from Rachel.